One?
Hello, everyone. Uh, we will
All
have
one
a
of them.
smooth
No,
beginning
there's always has to
one
be
week.
some stutter at the beginning of a recording.
Yes, yes.
That's how you know it's a real stream.
Right. We are on, we're live, and
Say
thank you
hello,
for
fellow
joining us.
intrepid adventurers.
Yes. And welcome. Thank you for joining us. Especially thank you everyone in Texas. We have been thinking about you quite a bit over on this side of the pond and around the world, and I hope that you're doing okay.
That's okay. It sucked.
Yeah,
was pretty
it seemed
bad.
like it did. I'm still a bit in shock about it, just from so far away.
Yeah,
Oh, you poor
my
soul.
pipes have seen better week.
Right. But anyways, last time in our silly adventure, we had a baseball game. And in the midst of that baseball game, everyone realized that baseball kind of sucks.
The game
And
was rigged.
Dude,
that,
baseball
like-
sucks. It's only fun when you're getting drunk and watching it, and even then,
Yeah,
mostly just getting drunk.
so slow. Like,
I've never
it's
played it.
really, and there's a lot of technical stuff that's happening simultaneously, and Theodis didn't know how to play.
He's just playing with the dandelions in
Right.
the field.
We had some really intense MLB moments happen side by side, some really, really like T-ball-esque moments. And that's just show business, baby. But
Yeah, the game
Strahd's
was rigged.
team lost.
Because it was rigged.
Because
which
we
was
won.
shocking to me.
I want a recount!
Copernicus OP.
And everyone got drunk and hung out. Oh gosh, Copernicus is here. I need another character sheet, don't I?
He could just be cowering. Like, it's a whole Kraken. Like,
Yeah, it's true.
He could be cowering.
It
Like a
makes sense that he
would.
would cower.
I don't know. Krakens are kind of like dragons of the sea.
Yeah. They're big scary things.
No, they're
They
not
are.
dragons.
not that big. Like,
Right. So Strahd told the party that he was going to summon mists in order to protect them from other creatures and entities on the sea that might try and attack their ship. But instead of other adventurers, the team has come across a kraken or some creature under the waters whose tentacles sort of raised up and around your rather small, in comparison, ship. And I believe that we should roll initiative.
Dude, there is not any soundscapes for Kraken fights or battles with monsters at sea. I can't believe that. There's like soundscapes for everything else.
That's
That's
a
so
little bit
annoying.
strange.
maybe just pirate music makes sense.
Yeah, but that's the
Because
That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking.
All right, yeah, all right.
Or dragon music. Oh, baby.
Is it a dragon?
Epic D&D music.
It's close enough. Am I rolling? Fuck's sake. I mean, goodness. Sorry, people at YouTube.
Fuck
I
you.
got an 18.
Are you not allowed to swear on YouTube?
Yes,
What?
you're allowed to swear on YouTube.
No, it's super loud. I just feels rude, you know.
No, I don't know.
Don't upset YouTube.
I'm glad. Don't make it cry.
Yeah, if YouTube notices us, we're gonna get shut down.
Oh yeah.
While I'm rolling initiative, that reminds me, I was watching this concert by Chibo Mato, and they're like playing in London. And like after their second song, she was like, "I know you all very polite in London, but please don't be polite today. Everybody, please stand up. Don't be polite today."
That's great.
As she asks politely to not be polite.
You need to
Yes.
prompt people here.
All right.
Hey, please stop being polite today.
I roll an 18.
I also rolled an 18, but I will probably go behind Bast anyway.
I got a 17.
Oh, did you? I don't see your
You
roll.
won't see it,
Not
but I
showing
rolled it.
up.
I have to set that up again.
I got a massive 1.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
one.
You
Oh,
have
baby.
pissed yourself, Cedric Dawnbringer.
No.
You were just having a snooze.
Welcome to the party.
It's fine. I can go last.
And up first is Bast.
Uh-huh. Okay. I'm just gonna grab this sounds and put it in. I'll change it after my turn because it's not right.
Here.
So tell me what's going on. Lay it out for me.
Yeah. So you are on the deck of this ship. Strahd is at the wheel. The mast is raised. It's foggy, sort of all around you, and from the water there are at least between 8 and 12 massive tentacles that have sprung up around your vessel. The closest one would be no more than 25 feet from if you were standing roughly in the center of the ship.
This ship is 50 feet wide.
It's like 40 foot by 20 foot.
Right on. Got it.
On the smaller side.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out my Batorian green steel long swords, and I'm gonna run over to the nearest tentacle, and I'm just gonna do some testing blows. I'm not gonna go full on super fast yet. Gonna roll to hit. That's a natural 1 on the first swing.
Cool.
Oh, shit. And
He's rocking the boat.
and a 27
So let me see.
to hit with a magical weapon.
Right. So with your first swing, you go wide and your sword falls on the deck of the ship, but you're able to find purchase with your second swing. Go ahead and roll damage.
Alright. I'm going to... Sorry, I'm going to have booming bladed this.
Wonderful. Not to worry.
So that means with this Batorian longsword, that's a D8 plus 6 and a D4 plus 6. Let me just make sure it rolls that. Okay, there's the D8. That's 9
I'm
for
not
the
seeing anything, so you're just gonna have to tell me.
Okay, so 9.
9 for what kind of damage?
Slashing.
Okay.
And then D4 necrotic, I believe. So 3 necrotic.
Okay.
And from the booming blade, I am 9th level. So it's gonna deal. So it becomes encased in energy. If it moves, I assume it just moves immediately because it's a tentacle. It's up to you.
Yeah, it's always kind of moving.
It's gonna deal an extra 2d8 damage.
Okay. Is that thunder damage?
Yes, I believe so. It's 2d8. That's 11.
Cool.
Let me double check. Yes, thunder damage.
You can hear the sound of your sword clanking on the deck of the ship from the thunder, which bursts out in every direction. But yeah, you are able to do that damage.
Got it. And then as a... Let me double check this. Yeah, that was... Yep. So then as a bonus action, I'm going to make an offhanded swing. Check all this stuff right here. Reroll the damage dice and either total. Don't forget about that. I never used that. I need to remember that. Okay. Swing again.
Don't forget about it.
Yeah.
Roll a 19 to hit.
Okay. 19 hits.
Excellent. That's going to be 10 magic slashing damage and
Right.
3 necrotic damage.
Cool. Wow, that's 25 total.
Could be better.
Makes it easy for me.
All right. Yeah.
And
That's my.
that's
move.
your turn?
That's everything.
At the end of your turn, the Kraken is going to take a legendary action, and you can see around the ship sort of dense, thick clouds appear, and lightning strikes across the deck. I need everyone on the ship to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh Lord.
How close is everyone to me?
I'm going to roughly assume everyone's
Ooh.
sort of together on the deck,
+4.
including Copernicus, who I will roll initiative.
Except for
You're
me
a
because I had to
babe,
run over
Cedric.
to a tentacle. Or what?
Yeah, well, yeah. You're just out of the range, I guess.
What is the range?
10 feet.
10 feet.
Yeah.
I got 20.
I got a 15.
Okay.
Cheeky. 16.
The
Like this
DC
background
is 21.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Back.
Thanks for telling us the DC.
Not to worry. And the
In my mind
damage
palace
is
now.
30 points of lightning damage.
Ooh.
Ouch!
Yeah,
I didn't even have time to
strikes
rage.
people who are on the ship.
Yeah, we
Um,
oh god, we're gonna die.
Sorry, how much damage?
30.
30 points of lightning damage.
Or half if you got over a 21.
Yeah. I don't know if anyone did. I don't think you did, though.
I'm
I
scared.
should've.
You just came close.
Captain!
Yeah,
Is it-
so
Wait,
that
30,
is
right?
the creature's... yeah, 30 points.
That was the creature's legendary action. That wasn't even
It
its
is-
turn.
Now Blake Sunny's turn.
I'm gonna, as a free action, turn around and just yell, Captain!
The captain says, tie yourself to the mast or get in the captain's quarters.
Fuck! You gotta send that sooner!
So Blake is going to rage and tie herself to the mast. Which,
Oh, you gotta
to be
rage
fair,
and
she
then
didn't
tie
have.
yourself to the mast?
I just imagine really angrily.
Yeah, that's a good point.
No, it's hilarious. I love it.
How quickly does it?
Yeah, hitting character. Make just an attack roll.
An attack roll. Ooh,
Yeah,
I get
don't use your proficiency though.
Oh, well, I rolled a 19, so it's 28 with a lot of things. 28.
Cool. I'm gonna say that yeah, you're able to bound yourself up pretty tightly to the mast of the ship. Is there anything else that you want to do in your turn? Blake, Sunny?
Am I allowed to hit the Kraken? Sorry,
While
I am
tied to
talking.
the mast?
I mean, it's like a long piece of rope, right? Like, it won't take me, like, you know, if it's on the deck, then I can, like, hit the bits that are on deck.
If you have something that you might be able to throw, I'm gonna say that you're restrained.
Shit.
You've restrained yourself, obviously. So
Oh, okay.
your attacks, it's going to be harder for you to attack from this position, even if you were to throw an object, I think.
Alright, well, in that case, I'm gonna throw a javelin, just because, you know? Otherwise, I
And
don't know
I'm going to say that you have disadvantage, just because
Not
it's
bad.
awkward to try and maneuver from this angle.
Oh, shit. Okay, I get a 14, so I imagine it does not hit this Kraken.
No, you go wide, and you can hear for the first
Well-
time a heavy, sharp, roaring sound come from underneath the water that shakes the boat itself. It is now Theodis's turn.
All right. So I'm on the boat.
Yes.
I look to my backside, and I put Leo inside the pocket of the archery pouch,
Got it.
the one that holds like a bunch of weapons.
Right.
And I say, "Hand me my amiibo, Leo."
Your amiibo.
And
Oh, yeah.
I have Leo hand me my amiibo.
He
Amiibo?
pulls the little statue of this man up with his head. Yes.
I don't remember this.
And I said, "Thank you, my lord."
With pirate
And
captain.
I throw on my hood, and I say, "I choose you!" And I throw him into the air.
How many
And an
different
arm-
franchises was that?
Knight man, or no, it's the pirate captain, isn't it? The swarthy pirate captain, with a long rapier appears and his hat, and he says, "Yes, I'm. What can I? Oh God, what the fuck? Oh
You
no!
brought me to a kraken?
Oh, oh.
And I say, "Go get him, boss!"
Fine. It's a good day to die. Again?
What is this? What is this thespian doing here?
You can't call him
Why are
that.
you calling him names? He's on our side.
It looks like he's in a costume. What is you? Do people actually dress like that?
He's a pirate captain. Don't disrespect him. This is his land, his nature.
I guess that we'll just say that he acts on your turn. And he
Is this like a statue? Like a
figurine of wondrous
Yeah,
power,
yeah.
yeah.
cool.
And he goes up to one of the I think that's to one of the tentacles and slashes it with his sword. And you can see the thing wiggle and writhe in reaction. He doesn't do very much damage, but he does some.
And then, so that's probably gonna be
And
my
he takes
action.
another swing. Yeah, I think that summoning this kind of creature would
Using
be
the
your
figurine
action.
as an action.
Yeah.
And I scream, "Haha!"
And is
Yep.
that your turn?
Yep.
Cool.
Spicy.
Now it is the Kraken's turn, and the first thing that the creature is going to do is to bring its tentacle down on the pirate captain, actually. Rolling a oh god.
Yeah.
Rolling a 30 to hit.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And
No.
just smothering this captain underneath its grasp. It becomes 1 second. The target
I
becomes
scream, "Tag
stuck
it."
onto the tentacle, and you can see him hanging there upside down with his sword still in hand, saying, "Boys!"
I scream at him, "You should have teched it!"
And you also then the creature is going to attempt to bring its tentacle down on Bast, yeah. Rolling a 20 to
50.
hit.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Does that hit
Ouch.
Bast?
Of course.
I'm okay. That's fine. Cool. So this tentacle smashes down on you. It does some damage.
Rot.
It does 20 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled and connected to this suction cup.
Boys.
And then the creature is going to attempt to fling the ship. You can see 2 or 3 tentacles sort of form a wall that smash into the side of the vessel and attempt to send it flying through the air.
So,
Blake is
what-
yo-yoed by her fucking rope.
Double damage to objects. The ship is target.
Smack us like a base.
So I need everyone who's on the deck to make a dexterity saving throw.
Not me. I'm not on my deck.
No, you are not. As the ship is tossed, it's not very strong. The Kraken's presence there has kind of disrupted the waves, and the ship flies about to 35, 40 feet through the air with a crack in the side of it as the group of you are thrown across this deck.
Oh no, Joe.
I was going to say you should add a plus. You get to plus 4 to your roll, but I don't think it's going to do anything.
Strahd also rolls a 7 on the die.
Doesn't Strahd have like legendary shit?
He does have legendary actions. He's not used them yet, and
He can turn into
his
whatever.
he can, yeah. So Theodos and Cedric, you're thrown off the side of the ship. Blake,
no.
Sunny, you are
Shit.
tied to the mast, so you automatically succeed on your
Yeah.
roll because it was higher than the attack. The mast isn't structurally damaged at all, and you can see Strahd sort of bound up into the air in reaction to this. That's the end of the Kraken's turn. And Strahd is next. If you failed your roll, you also take some damage.
Oh no.
That is 12 points of bludgeoning damage as you crash about amidst the turmoil.
Okay.
Yeah. That is the Kraken's turn, I believe. And the ship takes some damage. We're just going to say that much. But
Ooh, turn 1. I'm already sweating.
it's now Strahd's turn. So he jumps up into the air and flies on to the tentacle where you are, Bast. And he's going to attempt to hack through it with what you can see is sort of a great sword that he keeps on his person.
Oh, Captain, my captain!
He says, just relax.
I think I'm falling in love with Strahd.
He cuts through twice and it seems ineffective, and comes back in and stabs his sword into the Kraken's tentacle itself, not cutting or finding very much purchase in, but enough to penetrate through the skin surface. And you can hear a screeching as the tentacle withers around, and Strahd does some damage. His sword is magical.
Oh, did Strahd actually hit like the head of the Kraken, or
No, he
like the
hit
tentacle?
through one of the tentacles. He's sort of spider climbing on it. It's like he's kind of surfing on this tentacle where Bast is being held upside down. And that is... he doesn't have very much else that he can do at this point. He stays where he is. It is now Copernicus's turn. Oh god, I didn't roll for Copernicus. He is the only one besides you, Blake Sunny, who also manages to stay on the ship, and he just sort of throws himself onto the mast. So you can see that Copernicus is holding on for dear life, and you're obviously tied down. And he says, "Oh,
Shit.
what the fuck have
Hey,
you
Birdie.
gotten me into?"
Look, help us get out. Okay, come on.
My friends call me Kip, by the way. And
That's nice. There's a Kraken.
He says, "Oh fuck no!" Ooh, and he casts an ice storm on one of the tentacles.
Ooh.
Yeah, let me just pull the spell up really quickly. Oh god. There we go. 20. So a cylinder of ice and rock appears around one of these tentacles. It automatically fails its saving throw, and this damage, it doesn't completely kind of destroy it, but it does have a considerable impact, we'll say.
Interesting. Okay, Blake has an idea. A
And,
very good idea.
Copernicus says, "This is not going to be fast enough. I don't know if I can hold on for much longer."
It's cool. I'm gonna grab him on my turn, I think.
Cool. And that is the end of his turn, and the Kraken is going to use its other legendary action. to
It reset on its turn. So he
yeah.
has more.
Oh
to
yeah.
fling the ship
Oh,
in
yeah.
another direction. It's going to attempt to pull it back. So the Kraken has the reach to be able to kind of wrap itself around the ship and attempt to crunch it as it pulls it. And that is what's going to happen. Right now, Blake Sunny's tied to the mast. The Kraken rolls pretty well, and sort of tosses the ship another 25 feet, doing some damage to the vessel, we'll say. There we go. You can hear the sound of glass breaking as the ship is thrown about, and the Batory longsword vaults off the side of the deck into the water.
Oh no.
Copernicus has to make a saving throw, but he manages to hold on against all odds. The deck.
Ooh.
Which brings us to Cedric. Are you wearing heavy armor?
Unfortunately, I think I am. I've got chainmail on, so yes, I am wearing heavy armor.
You have plate. I need you to make a strength athletics check with disadvantage. I need you to roll one more time. Yeah? Ooh,
21.
Very good. So you are able to hold yourself up at the surface, but sort of all of your energy, we'll say that your whole movement is you just trying to stay afloat. You're really struggling, and you can see you're caught in the waves. Obviously, the ship has been thrown about 40 feet away over you. And the creature is still kind of wrapped in and around it. Theodis, you were also thrown off the side of the ship? That's correct.
I think so. I
Yeah.
failed the first time.
Yeah,
It
you
shook us
failed
off.
the first time. So Theodis, you're about 20 feet away from Cedric. But I assume that you're a strong enough swimmer that you can handle the situation. If not, don't tell me now. So you've
Just
used
gonna hold my
all
tongue.
of your movement, Cedric. What would you like to do with your action?
Oh god. I can't move, right? Because I'm heavy.
Well, you can attempt to dash if you want to try and swim, for example, closer to the ship.
Okay.
But it is very difficult for you to move, and you can feel your body sinking and attempting to sink in the midst of the water. And you can see that the boat is just so easily tossed about in this monstrous creature's presence. And now that you're closer into the water, you can see that a dark shadow sort of seems to overtake the entirety of the ship and go down into the water for at least 20-25 feet.
Oh, jeez.
Jesus.
It's a huge creature. I believe it's gargantuan is the size scale. So
Yeah, it can be as. Yeah, it's not even like gargantuan is like anywhere.
it's a
over 50
titan
by 50.
size. So
right.
yeah,
Conceptually large.
massive. And the ship is so. I mean, it's nothing. I mean, it could be wrapped in a single one of the creature's tentacles.
Oh, Jesus. I guess I'm gonna. I guess I'll try and dash closer to the ship.
Cool. Yeah. So you use all of your movement to kind of bring yourself closer to where the ship is at present. Which brings us back to the top of the round. It is now
Is that just my action, right?
Yeah, that is your action. Unless you have a bonus action you'd like to
do.
use.
I'm
Please.
gonna cast Shield of Faith on
Cool, to
myself.
pump your AC. Yeah.
'Cause I'm already half HP.
Smart.
Very good.
Oh my god, Cedric. Dang.
Hey,
And Yes.
pause just for half a second? Just so you can like actually see our HP live. The only way of doing that right now is through a Twitch extension. So I'm streaming it, and if you just pull it open and mute it, you can have our health all up to the side because we're all in the same campaign.
Very good.
Nice. And also get a cheeky follow.
And clutch.
Everyone follow
just
my
turn-
unexpected treasure on Twitch.
Yes. Yes, please do.
Y'all see the extension on the screen?
What do you
Perfect.
mean? Where the interact? Oh, yeah, I do see it. Cool. Well, that's good. This is what we like to see. It is now back to the top of the round. Bast, you are still stuck on the side of this tentacle, and you can see that the ship is being tossed about, and Strahd is still there, in position next to you.
Okay. Thanks, boss. I'm still stuck, right?
Yeah,
So
you can attempt to break your grapple, though.
Yeah, that. I'd like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be an athletics check.
Yes.
What about this? What if I enlarge myself?
I feel like
do I feel
you could
like,
also.
do I feel like I could just like sort of more easily break out if I could just like make myself very large very quickly?
You don't necessarily think so, given the way that you've seen the creature handling the ship.
Right.
Size wouldn't necessarily get you out of this bind.
Right. So what were you saying is I could also do what?
You think that you could also make an attack and attempt to do what Strahd's doing to dismember the creature?
Right, like just try and sever the tentacle.
Of course.
Okay. Now, if that's the case, I'm going to fucking just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah. I'm gonna and enlarge and just grow twice my size while screaming Super Saiyan style. And then that was an action, so I'm going to action surge.
Mm-hmm.
And attack 3 times.
Cool. So you do enlarge yourself and you attack 3 times.
Yes.
Wonderful. Go ahead and make those attacks.
Got it. So, I think you decided that they do +6 damage when I'm enlarged. I think before.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. Here is the first attack. Now I'm grappled. Do I have disadvantage or anything?
Let me check.
Now, am I grappled around the torso?
So your whole kind of body is suctioned on from the backside.
Right. It's
So
not like
you
wrapped,
probably-
I'm like stuck into it. So yeah,
I'm gonna say that you do have disadvantage, because it's hard to get kind of purchase
Okay, yeah,
underneath
that makes sense.
where you
Yeah,
are,
I get
right?
it. So the first attack with the 16 with disadvantage, it's
A 16 misses.
all right. Either way, that's a miss. That's on the second attack is gonna be either a 29 or a 26.
26 hits.
All right, and then I'm just gonna swing the third attack also. Oh, either a natural 20. Let's hope I can roll another
Nice.
natural 20.
Do it.
No,
Do
a
it.
26.
Oh,
Yeah, it's still pretty good.
26.
Alright, so
Yeah,
that's-
that does hit.
2 hits. That's gonna be since
What's
it
a
doesn't
crit?
roll it all. It doesn't roll it all for me. I'm just gonna roll it with real dice.
Sure.
2d8. 2d8. I can't Booming Blade because I enlarged. Oh no, I can Booming Blade because I action surged. Okay, so it's 2d8, so that's 12 plus 14 plus 12, 26, and then the 2d4 necrotic, so 26. So 26 slashing from the attacks, and 7 necrotic, with an extra 10 slashing from being enlarged, and an extra 2d8 from the Booming Blade.
Okay.
Extra 9.
Got it. Let me just add that up.
Yeah, how much was on that?
That was 52 points.
Fuck yeah. That was
Wow.
2
Yeah,
hits.
that's-
Fuck yeah.
That is a pretty good one. And you're able
Wow.
to sever, to kind of slice your way through this tentacle, and you crash down into the water.
Into the water. Fuck.
Or is that the end of your turn?
Join
I
the
have a
club.
movement. Can I spring
Well,
myself
you can
off
see
of
Strahd.
the falling tentacle towards the boat?
Strahd is going to use his legendary action to attempt to kind of pull you up and jump toward another one of the tentacles, and kind of get you safely there.
Cool, but during that, can I like be leaping off of this severed tentacle like towards him?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can jump up
Totally.
off of the tentacle, and he's going to catch you midair and kind of pull you onto another one of the tentacles, and that's his legendary action.
Hell
The spice. The
Noise.
spice.
Mm-hmm.
It's a spicy action.
And that is 1 second. Kraken regains spent legendary actions at the start of their turn. Which means that it is time for another storm of lightning.
Oh shit. Oh no.
The only creatures that are going to be it's everyone except for Cedric and Theodos. So Blake, Sunny, Bass, Strahd, and Copernicus are all going to have to make dexterity saving throws as lightning
know.
clouds.
Nope.
Um,
I would have to get a natural 20 to get a 21.
I got a
Interesting.
20.
21.
Hmm?
Okay.
No, who you got a 21?
Is that what you said? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a 21.
Nice.
Let me roll for
I live.
both Strahd and Copernicus take full damage. And just for simplicity's
shit.
sake, we'll just say that it is another 30 points.
Wonderful.
Or halved if you,
How simple. I don't even let the dice possibly weigh it in my favor.
I guess that you're right. It's not average damage.
Oh, we actually. Okay.
I'll take the higher damage if the dice roll higher.
Yeah. You're a gambler, man.
No, it is 21 points. 21 points. That's
21?
There you go. Or half. We'll say 10.
Nice. Oh, that's 5 for Blake. Hell yeah. No, wait. Yeah, it's 5. It's an owl.
Yeah, let me just make that note for Strahd. And Copernicus has a certain amount of health. He is actually looking pretty good.
On
Probably
Twitch,
the best.
if you click on the character, it pulls up their character sheet in a box.
Oh, I have
What
seen
the
this
sick.
mechanism before. It's so cool.
Oh,
Cool.
sick.
I do think that that's really amazing.
You can see how strong.
Right?
Future.
We'll say that is about that. And very good. So Copernicus is singed. Blake, Sunny, you're still tied onto the mast, right?
True. That's going to change this turn. I'm going to take it off and throw the rope to Copernicus. Be like, you need this more than I do.
Because you're restrained,
If it's that bad, I'll just.
You have disadvantage on dexterity saves.
Oh well, I have.
And
danger
because
sense for that.
Copernicus is straddled next to you and he fails and it's lightning damage, I think that you do end up taking 21 points.
Okay, so
I'm
that
gonna
just
say.
rounds it back up to 10. So,
Okay.
done it? Yeah, so I'm on 85. So I'm just going to throw the rope at him and be like, that's yours. You need it more than me. I've got shit to do.
Cool. Yeah, it
Um,
is your turn, Blake Sonny.
So I'm giving Copernicus the rope. That's the thing. But also,
Cool.
I'm going to pitch something to you. Blakisted Sunny, sharp talons, owl. Owls perch on trees. Their talons can break through the bark. So, could I potentially jump to the outer bow of the ship and clamber on the side to help pull my friends to safety?
You think that you could. You don't necessarily think. You could. You don't necessarily think magical wood. It's strong material. But you do think that you could go to the side of the ship and attempt to help your friends up in the best way
I'll
that you
throw him a
could.
rope. Absolutely.
Um,
Either way, that's what Blake is doing because it's either Kraken or saving friends, and there's a literal child about to die. Like,
mhm.
she's gonna go help.
And Theodos and Cedric, you can see this lightning strike over the ship, however far ahead of you. Cedric, you're a little bit closer than Theodos is.
So, do I need rolls to help save my friends here? I'm just running up to the bow and throwing a rope over.
So you
I'm
do
trying
that.
something.
The closest person about 20 feet plus out is Cedric. And so, yeah, you do. You toss a rope out to Cedric.
Got it. I try to bonk him with it.
And then the Kraken uses another legendary action to attempt to fling the ship.
Oh god.
I
Oh,
know.
I'm
no,
holding
shit's
on
dead.
to a rope, so
Yeah,
That'd be
you
fine.
are holding on to this rope on the side of the boat, but you're not tied to the boat, are you?
true. I am not tied to it. So could I make it a strength check for David?
I think is that
Because I am
mean,
holding onto a rope that's tied to the boat. Like, I am strong.
Did you tie this to the side of it? It sort of seemed like you
That
threw
was
it
my
over
intent.
and you were gonna kind of pull them. That was my impression.
Oh shit. I should have described it better if I wanted the good thing. Yeah, you're right.
It is a dexterity saving throw.
That is fine.
And let me see how the Kraken does. The Kraken just keeps getting better at this and actually is going to push this ship up and in the direction of Cedric. It goes right over your head, and
No.
Theodos, you can see it coming towards you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. Also,
Oh my
Theodos, as this boat is tossed in your direction.
Have I got to make one as well?
It actually goes over your head.
Oh, completely. Okay.
Oh boy.
Theodos, you roll a 9, which is not enough. What about our friends on the boat? Blake, Sunny, I believe, and Copernicus, right? Copernicus falls off the ship. I'll just say that now. Are you there, David?
David? I can't tell if they're just being contemplative or if it's frozen.
I think that it might be frozen, but that's okay. We'll go to what happens on the other side of it. How much health do you have, Theodos?
33.
33. Okay. Plus. You take 29 points of bludgeoning damage as this ship is on top of you now, thrown onto you, and you are also submerged underwater. The breath is obviously knocked out of you, and you can feel, or you can see, sort of your blood carrying in the water as you are disoriented and injured by this boat. Copernicus falls into the water near where you are, Cedric. And Bast, you're able to see this where Strahd is. He says, "That does not look fucking good."
Sir, the moment I stabbed it, I knew I was probably going to die. None of this looks good.
This is not the day that you die, if I can help it.
Sir,
The rest of these fools.
sir, I would become a vampire.
He smiles and says, "That can be arranged." And I haven't rolled for the other person who's restrained, but the pirate captain, Armand the Cruel, has been slicing at the tentacle the whole time and attempting to sort of cut himself loose. He, after some effort, is able to cut off of his tentacle, or cut the tentacle off, and he just plunges into the water. And what did you end up rolling, Blake Sonny?
I cut out way before I got told to roll. Is this a
Dex
dex?
save. Yes,
Nice. Yeah, sorry about that. South End
It's fine.
Wi-Fi is interesting.
it's okay. The boat landed on Theodos, you'll be happy to know.
No! I was trying to save him. I miss him every
Have
day.
4
I rolled
health.
an 8. I rolled an
eight?
8.
Yeah, you also fall off the boat.
Well,
With
I am
Copernicus.
alive. If I'm thrown, then I am floating.
Hmm?
If I'm thrown,
I
then I can do this.
don't think that that's how it's going to happen. The thing is kind
Fair
of
enough.
pushed under you, and you fall into the water upside down, taking 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
What?
As these large tentacles crack underneath you, and the last thing that you see is Cedric Dawnbringer struggling for to stay afloat.
Oh shit.
And the Kraken is up next, unless wait, no. It is now Theodos' turn. I'm sorry. You're underwater. You don't know which way is up, and this boat has fallen on top of you. What do you do, Theodos?
I'm going to look around underwater
Mhm.
and see exactly where I am right now.
Everything is swirling and black. You can't tell if the black is above you, the ship, or if the black is below you, the depths of this ocean. Everything is disoriented, and you're submerged. Also, you can't breathe.
I am going to... I think I'm going to use Shape Water and create a jet flow and try and shoot myself upwards towards air right now. So I'll do that because I need to get to breathe. I need to breathe.
Okay, could you roll
Um,
percentile dice for me?
Percentile. Yes, I can.
Wonderful.
Oh boy.
Joe, I would presume that it is chain then.
Yeah.
You shoot up, and you feel your body kind of ragdolled up the side of the ship as you find purchase at the surface and breathe again.
I'm kicking, but I'm kind of slumped over. I'm really...
Mhm.
Oh, rip.
And the Kraken. So,
And then I think it's my pirate homie's turn right now.
oh yeah, your friend Armand the Cruel, that is his name. is also going to act in this turn. He jumps into the water to find his sword, rolls a natural 20, and we'll say that the rope is still there on the side of the ship, and he sort of happens to fall in the space near, and he grabs the rope and he propels himself up where Copernicus is, I suppose, the only one who's still on the boat at present. And he looks out and he says, "Master! No!" Off one of the sides. And we'll say that he uses the rest of his turn to tie off a rope on the opposite side where you are, Theodos. And he throws it out to you. And that is its turn. The Kraken, let's see how smart the Kraken
But right.
rolls a 2 on its check. So what it's going to do is attempt to drop Bast and Strahd into the water. So sort of the platforms that you're standing on just kind of drop out. And the creature takes a brief dive. And it reemerges around the ship and is going to use all 3 of its actions to attempt to crush the vessel. You can hear this, Theodos, as these tentacles just wrap themselves around the ship, and you can hear cracking and the you can hear the sound of the hull straining under the immense pressure. And none of these tentacles hit you, but your pirate companion sort of succumbs underneath one of them, and you can see him disappear and evaporate.
Poor guy. He's been crushed.
He has been crushed by a tentacle. And the boat rocks around. Lake Sunny, you're in the water near this, so you can see all of this happen, obviously. And
Wow.
Strahd, I guess everyone is still there in the water, but it is now Strahd's turn. And after the Kraken goes, he's going to use a legendary action to sort of jump from where he was, we'll say kind of simultaneously, and make his way. He sort of throws himself into the creature and erupts a fireball on the Kraken.
Sick.
Doing some damage. And then he's going to come back up to the ship, and he is going to go up to the mast, and he reaches up for a little button, and he sets it in a combination. He presses the buttons a few times, actually, and that is Strahd's turn. And he says, "Get inside the hull if you can." Gosh. It's now Copernicus' turn. And I believe he was thrown off the side of the ship. So Copernicus is going to spend his turn trying to get up back to the ship. Even though the tentacles and the creature is there, he's sort of following Strahd's lead. And he spends his whole turn doing that. It is now Cedric's turn. I need you to make another strength athletics check with disadvantage.
It can't be worse than that, right?
You begin sinking.
Oh no.
You sort of lose your hold. And yeah, the little light. You can see what looks like almost a halo, a corona of light at the surface as you begin to plummet into darkness, and very quickly as your body sort of gives way and you succumb to the water.
Rotro.
What do you do?
Oh no.
Am I still linked to Fearless in any way?
You've been told that you
Like-
were soul bonded, and that if
Yeah.
one of you died, both of you would die.
Ah, okay.
Oh no.
It's not looking good. Okay. Can I try to like maybe like dash up to the surface?
Yes, you do, and you feel like you can. I mean, using your whole action, you slow the fall, but you do continue to fall
Oh, that's not good.
into the water.
That's all I can do, I guess. Yeah.
Cool. Which brings us to the top of the round. It is now Bast's turn. You're in the water. We'll say that you're about 50 feet away from the ship. And the Kraken has just kind of wrapped itself around the vessel.
I am big.
Yes, and you're supersized Bast.
Do I see anyone in the water? Did I see anyone fall and like struggling or anything?
You probably do. Well, make a perception check, actually,
Okay.
because it's a chaotic. Scene.
God damn it!
What did you roll?
I rolled a 9.
9.
You see the ship first and foremost, and I want to say that you see Copernicus fall out of the ship, and you see the pirate captain sort of pull himself up and get crushed by the tentacle subsequently, but you don't see Cedric in his pivotal moment of need.
Got it. Well, I see Copernicus fall over, so I'll take a big breath and dive under as I swim towards the ship with my eyes open.
Yeah, and you can see Copernicus is not as far from the ship as far from the ship as you are, but he does seem intimidated because this Kraken is wrapping itself kind of around it.
Right. Well, I'll just I'll use my 35 movement speed. I forget exactly how swimming works, but whatever.
Me too, but we'll say that for now it's about the
I'll just
same.
move in that direction, and at no point upon getting closer do I notice Cedric or anything.
No, he plummets too quickly.
Oops, I didn't see that. I just keep swimming to the ship.
Oops.
The water's dark, and there's so many things happening at once you don't notice snow. And you make it up to the ship at your turn. You can see the Kraken kind of floating there underneath it.
Oof. Very spooky.
So like I'm at the ship. Yeah.
Mhm. And there's a rope off of the side of it. Copernicus has sort of already begun grabbing at it.
Right. I'll kind of like go over to the rope and start helping him. I'll just start pulling up the rope onto the ship.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah, you do. And we'll say that with your movement, you're able to make it about halfway up. And you help Copernicus in tow. Do you have any bonus actions? We'll call that a dash.
No. I do. I'm gonna use a second wind. I'm gonna
Okay.
heal for 19.
Very good. Blake Sunny, it is now your turn.
Okay, so would I know Cedric dipped? Considering I was like specifically looking to pull him up before I got thrown.
Oh, you're right.
And I'm a fisher owl.
Was pretty close. Yeah, you are able to see Cedric go under.
Oh, I'm helping. I'm helping as much as possible.
Do I
Um,
just see Blake dive over?
yeah, Blake dives
She's already
into the
been
water
What do you
after
want?
Cedric. Okay, first of all, I need you to make a perception check to see if you're able to spot them in time.
Oh, goodness. Oh, that's okay. I'm not bad with
You have
perception.
advantage, I believe,
Oh shit. Oh,
because you're an owl, right? And it involves sight.
I'm a 13 and I don't have perception. I don't have advantage, but I do have a +4 if Cedric's around.
Not
Cedric
close
is in
enough, I'm
front.
afraid. And you dive under the water, but you don't see your companion. You think that, yeah, you're not sure what to think. You don't see them.
Interesting. All right, I don't have any items that can fix this. Fuck, Joe. I'm really sorry.
It's not me I'm worried about. I feel this is gonna die if I die, right?
No.
And
No.
is there anything else that you want to do, Blake?
I mean, there's tons I want to do. If I can't see him, then and there's no way I can like continue looking, then
you can
just
continue to
stay
swim down, but it will be into the darkness.
it will be into the darkness. Yeah, Blake's a ride or die for their friends, and I'm also wearing 0 armor, so I'm the best person to do this. So she will swim down
Wonderful.
and continue looking
And you
for
have pretty high constitution, so you can hold your breath for a little bit
Crazy.
longer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good. And is that the end of your turn?
If I don't I've swum down, do I see him now? Like I don't know.
With all of your movement, you swim down and you're not able to see. No.
Fuck me. Okay. Is there any items that I have that can send out light?
I mean, I can do it to myself next turn, but as
That's
an action,
smart.
I can.
Okay,
become
cool.
bright,
Yeah.
visible,
In that
but
case, yeah, I'll be fine. Blake stopped there under the water.
You say that you'll be fine, but
I will be fine.
at the end of your turn, the Kraken goes ahead and makes a tentacle attack, uses a legendary action to make a tentacle attack against Theodis. What's your
Oh,
AC,
no.
Theodis?
Oh, it's 13.
So this hits, and your
Oh,
HP is 4, yes?
Yes, it is.
So what happens is as follows. The Kraken smashes your body up against the side of the ship, and there are 2 large explosions. You feel yourself engulfed momentarily in flames, and then there's a discharge, and sort of your consciousness erupts, and you hear the sound of bells ringing. And Cedric, at this point, you also burst into a halo of light. And Blake Sunny, underneath the water, you can see what looks like almost a firework go off, but it's one of those ones that shoots out just in a ring.
Catherine would.
And this shoots out, and then it comes back in, and then just there's a glowing halo of light underneath you, and it bursts. And Cedric, you are killed, and Theodis, you are also killed, but your essence in this explosion is absorbed into the Kraken's body, and you hear the sound of a terrible howl. Everyone who's not dead hears the sound of a terrible howling as the tentacles sort of return into the water and go back into the depths. And we're now out of initiative.
What did I see?
Where are you standing?
I was on
You
the
were
edge of the deck, like helping Copernicus up.
So you, honestly, all you see is the tentacle smash against the side of the ship, the opposite side of the ship from where you are, and you are just barely able to hold on. But from there, you can hear the sound of the 2 explosions, and from the opposite end of the ship, you turn your head and you can see sort of what looks like a column of flaming energy erupt from where your companion Theodis was, to your knowledge. Or maybe not to your knowledge. You might not actually know he was there.
I didn't know where anyone was, really. All I
Yeah.
saw was Blake dive over.
Mm-hmm.
Blake is still swimming towards where Cedric's
Blake is
Halo is going for. Like
Um,
she doesn't know he's dead, and she's still gonna try and get his body.
make a perception check for me as you float into the water.
Rutrow.
Cedric, set your health to 0.
23 this time.
23 is enough. You swim down into that golden halo of light and feel in your hand a small golden ring appear. You wrap it around your hands and swim back up to the surface.
Now,
Poor.
real quick, when you said
She emerges.
this is probably obvious, but when you said died, do you mean went to saving throw time or failed 3 saving
They're-
throws immediately?
They have failed their saving throws. They're automatically killed. Both characters.
Oh.
And that's where we're going to stop for this week.
I thought we were going to Barovia.
I thought we were going to Disneyland.
Yo,
That's
Fuck.
unlucky, bro.
I got smashed, dude. I got actually swatted.
I am so sorry,
Man.
guys. I fucking tried.
Whoa.
I was
See,
hoping we could get to Barovia, but that's such a perfect place to cut off. Like,
Man, I was. If we weren't stalling, I was gonna be like
Whoa.
kind of dead in the water. Let's just sink and compel Jewel and bring the Kraken towards me,
oh,
and then
that would've
have a little
been
pray
so
to Paylor and see
yeah.
see if
Oh, that's
anything
so
divine would
clever.
happen. But
Rip.
I was
poor
I
Theodore.
was going to actually Eldritch Blast under you to push you up 20 feet because that's literally all I could do to try and save you
That's brilliant.
was damage you.
Oh,
But I got crushed, yo.
Small
Yeah.
child gets killed. 2021.
Yeah, I literally got crushed
oh, bro.
like a fly against a wall.
Yes,
This-
but you should keep the same character sheet. I don't want to give anything away, but this is not the last of Theodos.
Okay, cool. I was like,
But
do I need to make a new
Cedric
character right now?
can
But
eat
Cedric-
shit and die.
Cedric, on the other hand, I think that this
Yep.
might be the last session that
Rip.
we have you in. I know you said you were going to come next week, and I feel like if you want to come through next week and stay and watch, there may be a moment where Cedric's spirit has a little part to play. But if you do not feel like joining us, then I understand.
This is gonna
It's
change the
fine.
dynamic so fucking much. Oh my
Oh.
god.
I just can't get to anyone. I just stuck in the water. I can't heal. I just can't heal
There-
anyone.
no,
That
there's
was
no
a
Drown.
healing in
brutal-
that battle.
That was a fucking brutal death. If it was, even if like he didn't like
Was.
explode or whatever, just drowning in your armor.
Yeah.
It's just awful.
Yeah.
I was gonna be like, can you just
Yeah.
take it off because the AC is not gonna do anything anyway.
Right.
If it hits me, it hits me. You know, I'm gonna take damage no
I at
matter what.
least want to see him into the gates of his heaven, at least.
Well, he died in the mists,
Aw, fuck you.
but we'll get back to that later.
Alright,
No,
I'm gonna
I don't know what that
Thank you
means.
everyone for joining us. Yes, let's not make too many spoilers for our devoted fans. And thank you everyone for watching. We really appreciate it. And see you next week.